Thanks for joining us on Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. Stu Rich and Mike Wood here to preview the big card of racing at Rosehill Gardens this weekend. It's going to be exciting. We're going to bring you a lot of value in the show. We've got the $100 hot seat later on, our charity multi as well. And Mike, this time of year, mate, the autumn, it is all on. How good is it? And so many trials to look out for as well.
So many trials right on the edge of the carnival at Hobartville. What a great race it is. But like you say, Stu, so many fresh horses. I think 35 of the 100 are fresh. 8 of the 12 in the Hobartville. So this show tonight will feel like a little Monday morning trip to the barrier trials, Stu.
Oh, mate, the barrier trials. They're just little 800-metre puzzles, aren't they? You can go over them and dissect them how you like. But how have you been trained up, mate? Been getting a bit of advice off the old Tony Brassel there?
Yes, he is the master, isn't he? He's the master of patterns. If a horse usually trials about 6th or 7th or 8th and comes out and runs 3rd or 4th first up, he'll pick up on a slight improvement in the trials, get that win first up. It's so important to look for those patterns.
OK, so you say 3rd or 4th, so you're not always looking for the barrier trial winner, are we?
Absolutely not. These barrier trials are not races. They're all clues for the real races, which will happen on Saturday.
All right, well, we've got plenty of those to dissect on the show, but let's have a look first at the track conditions. We've obviously had so much rain at Rosehill Gardens. The rail's out 6 metres, Mike, and we're working on a soft track.
It's just not drying, is it? It's still in the heavy range on Thursday. The rail's out 6 metres. We think it'll get to the soft range, but only maybe just. The rail's out 6, so it could be slightly near rails bias, especially if it dries out towards the end of the day.
All right, it looks to be a bit of a tricky program, and the track forecast there is soft, but Mike, 5 big races. We've obviously got some group races on the cards. We're going to have a look at those, and it's time for the 2-year-olds to shine.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the Silver Slipper Stakes for sure. Then the Millie Fox, a small field for the mares, the Parramatta Cup. Lots of first-up horses there. We talked about the Hobartville, 8 of the 12 first up. We'll finish off with race 9. 2 very strong favourites, but which one do we like the best?
Well, that's going to have to wait later in the show to see that. And, of course, we'll get through all the key factors. But let's start it up with the Silver Slipper Stakes. It is race number 3 and straight away to the market. Well, the winner exempt from the slipper ballot in this race, and Salsabil is going to go off one of those favourites, providing it gets through this. $1.65 into $1.55. Absolutely powered through the line. It's grand final a few weeks away, but very well supported here. Global Quest, $8. Solid return, chasing home Prague. We've got Blazer Trail there, $8 resuming, and obviously split Dame Gazelle and Salsabil on debut, so you can't forget about that. North Pacific at $8. First start, the Brazen Bow Colt. Solid trial there behind Farnan, and out to Farnan and Every Rose. And Farnan, 2 good wins, and it beat Every Rose at Wyong, and of course a poor recovery in the Magic Millions, so that form ties in for those two.
Yeah, very, very badly blocked in the Magic Millions. Look at that. We can look at that at home. It was blocked till 100 metres, only got out late and was on the inside with the bites against. Let's have a look at a trial, Stu. We've got to have a look at lots of trials tonight. Farnan, Gay Waterhouse, on pace, tough, not a single doubt colt. Always races on pace from this stable. North Pacific is the interesting one here in 3rd. The Brazen Bow Colt has only ever had 1 trial. First up for the Hawk stable, straight into the Silver Slipper, cruising home here. They're both pretty nice trials, aren't they, Stu?
So well, this is one of those occasions you can say, OK, the first 2 horses over the line might just be the best.
Simply the best. They could have put lengths on the rest. Can't split them, Stu.
All right, let's go back to... Oh, I can't believe you picked this race, Mike. Farnan, Every Rose. OK, we'll focus on the front 2 here. This is obviously...
No. Let's look at the back.
Magic Millions restricted class here, Mike. Look, we won't be looking at the back. You can tell us why later, but, mate, these are 2 horses going places, so there's some serious form in this race.
Serious form, but straight away, before she disappears, in the orange at the top.
Thanks, mate.
That is Stu's debutant media chick. Let's hope she gets to a more appropriate race. Stu Farnan on pace, simply too good for Every Rose. He gets the blinkers on Saturday. They're rated about 70-75 in this race, which is behind Salsabil, but it's obviously on a dry track, which they get on Saturday.
All right, there's the chick coming over the line. Well, look, at least that's good form. We know that, Mike. That's what we've got to get into now. Form and all the analysis now with the key factors for the Silver Slipper Stakes, and Salsabil is the one to catch.
Yeah, most of them running 70-75 mark. Salsabil's win last start was the 80 mark against the older horses. That's simply the best 2-year-old form this season. OK, so it's the one they've all got to catch, and of course 2-year-olds, Mike, a lot of these are going to have some progression. Yeah, she missed the perfect English Millennium race. Why? Glue-on shoes go on her front hooves. Why? We'll find out on Saturday. Lots of other horses have progression. OK, I missed that one. Let's have to see. What about the distance here? They're all pretty good, 1,100 metre sprinters. OK, that's what they want. And the track conditions, you said, look, we've just got to monitor this one. Yeah, soft track, Global Quest and Every Rose won last year, obviously, on a soft track. All right, and position in run. It's Global Quest has levelled up here, Mike, and Farnan's right there as well with the favourite. Rail out 6 metres, tough Waterhouse horse on pace, barrier 3. Sounds like a good recipe to me.
All right, mate, we've got a $1.55 favourite in the race, and it is not strooting out by a few
Race
lengths.
on.
So favourite backers early in the day might be wary, or are we just looking for a little bit of value? Let's have a look now to bring in all the ratings, because we found two there that did level up. We're talking about Farnan and Global Quest, and well, Might Magic Millions form, it does stand up, and away game's proven that as well.
Yeah, Farnan was a short price favourite, one of the favourites in the Magic Millions, and he was very, very unlucky. Salsabil, if she produces her last start figure on a heavy track and the glue-on shoes weren't on, she just wins. But there are a few questions on Saturday. Farnan on pace each way all day. We think he will finish top three for sure.
All right, Farnan there for us to get the day started as the best bet in the Silver Shadow. Let's have a look now, Mike, at the, where is it, race number 4, the Millie Fox Stakes, over 1,300 metres, Group 2 level for the mares, and, well, only a very small field engaged here, but there's some decent horses going around. Savatiano, $2.10, returning well after winning the Hunter last preparation. My only query here is a little bit vulnerable fresh, $2.10. We've got White Moss, $3.70, splitting Elise and Colding in the Expressway, the winner of this race last year. Invincible Gem, $6.50. He's had some nice short preparations of late. Orothea, $7, obviously leading the Expressway. Could Tommy take control and do the same here? And obviously $8. So had a little bit of money there on Thursday. Classy mare, Miss Fabulous, 8 weeks in the freshen. The Tats Classic win, I still remember that, Mike. That was huge.
Yeah, that was a huge win. This was a big win by White Moss exactly a year ago. The same race, the same conditions, the same horses. So we have to have a look at it.
The one we want.
White Moss, a couple of starts into its prep, leads all the way, fights so hard. Savatiano with a very similar weight differential, comes to the outside, sprints, but just doesn't quite get there late, Stu. So it was a good win to White Moss.
All right, now you're talking about track conditions, Mike. White Moss is obviously going to be out there doing its thing in front. Can Savatiano be one of the ones that charges here?
Definitely, it'll be closer to the pace. It's got a better barrier, so it could quicken past her. But there's not much between these mares. If you think that seen that race before, it's because Lizzie Jelf's tipped a favourite at 50 to 1 that day, I think.
I do remember that. She's had plenty of those winners from the yard. Well, let's head to, well, pretty much going 1 year forward since that replay, aren't we? This is Savatiano. We're looking at a trial here because we're looking at a few of these on the show tonight. And, of course, Mike, Deprive ends up winning this, but it just shows you how good some of these Godolphin horses have come back.
Yeah, Deprive's a great horse, and so Savatiano. The big question is over the last year, obviously, Stu, is which horse has improved the most out of White Moss and Savatiano. White Moss last start was very good, but Savatiano was good at the end of last prep, and this trial was obviously very good as well. Both of them may have improved a length or two.
Okay, yeah, nice trials there. And, of course, we are going to see that so often heading into Saturday with so many fresh. Well, let's get this race started here, Mike. It's the Millie Fox Stakes. Group 2, the form is split.
Yeah, all very good form. And Irathea at the weights gets a bit of a weight turnaround. She's right there as well.
Okay, so looks like a favourite race to start. Let's see what the key factors have to say. Progression time.
This is the big key factor. Savatiano is sometimes better second up. She's first up on a Saturday. Yep. And Irathea was deep into her prep last start. White Moss is the one with progression. Okay,
and who's going to like this distance the best?
They all are suited, the small field.
They're all right there. So it's White Moss ahead of Savatiano and Irathea. What about the soft track? Who likes the sting out?
Yeah, soft Rosie. White Moss likes it. We saw her win. Invincible Gem likes it as well. And Delectation Girl, she hasn't seen a wet track for a while. She should love it.
Okay, so we found a few kickers there. That could be key on Saturday. And position in run, well, this helps the favourite a little bit.
Yeah, the controlling draws, Savatiano, Irathea. White Moss gets the box seat, which is a tiny bit risky. You could give her a gold bar if you knew she was going to get luck.
All right, so 2 races down on key factors, and we've seen 2 favourites not even level there. I don't know about this, Mike. White Moss had a nice kicker there. Let's see what we're going to do with the betting. That looks like some pretty good value in what only is a 6-horse race. But Orothea, Mike, you made a few cases for it, $7. None of these outsiders. Oh, Miss Fabulous, way back in the ratings at $8.
Well, I think the Queensland form's not quite there. She could improve this preparation, but she needs to, so it's between the top 3 or 4. Yep. We saw White Moss win this race last year. We saw her finish alongside Elise last start, and that is simply good enough form to win on Saturday. Inside barrier should be too hard to beat. She's great odds at 370.
All right, let's cheer home White Moss there as the best bet in the Millie Fox. Well, there's a look at 2 races at Rosehill Gardens on Saturday. Stick around after the break. 3 more big races coming your way. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. We're looking at Rosehill Gardens and we're up to the listed Parramatta Cup over the 1900 metres. And having a look at the market here, we've got 2 past Melbourne Cup runners at the top of the weight scale in Mustajir and Red Cardinal, but they're not featuring right here at the top of the betting. That is Atana, $5 into the $4. In form for Kieran Maher and David Eustace. That stable is absolutely on fire. Primitivo, $5.50 with some good money. Sebring Gelding, always had a bit of promise, looks to be delivering now. Fun fact at $5.50, form around the favourite there from the Gold Coast. Tory Joy, $7.50, having its first go, 1,900 metres, I should say. Mustajir, $10. We know this horse is resuming the Ebor Cup winner 2019, 6 in the Caulfield Cup last year, and Red Cardinal there, a Cup runner in 2018 before coming to the Lees stable. Woogok and Mushareb there, Mike. But Atana, how good is the stable going of the Eustace comp?
They are so good. Their 2-year-old stable is huge. Look at the Blue Diamond, like you said. Let's have a look at Primitivo, actually, in the Gold Coast, not Atana, and see him last start in the Magic Millions Trophy with Fun Fact leading. With these stays, you want to find one on the way up, which is improving all the time and smashing the line. This is what this horse is absolutely doing. Last preparation, he was plagued by slow tempos. He gets a good, honest, fair to strong tempo here. He gets into the clear, and he is simply too tough and too strong, Stu.
Yeah, John Thompson might have just figured this horse out. This is a really good win. I'm glad we're looking at this. Look, third up. I mean, it was obviously peaking for this, Mike, but 1,900 metres here on Saturday, so back a little bit in trip.
Well, obviously, it was 1,550 or 1,600 straight to 2,400, so not a great prep, and 1,900 fourths up probably better. Soft track suits, but inside barrier slow beginner apprentice on. They're the risks, I think.
Okay, always got to highlight some risks there for the backers on Saturday. Let's have a look at Eastender and Woogok now, Mike. We're going back to the 12th of February, so not long ago here. Look, they crossed the line together here, but which one do we like?
Yeah, Woogok led at a slow tempo on a heavy track, which he liked and got beat, so maybe not him. We'll have a look at him on Saturday. But Eastender, first full preparation for the Waller Yard, wasn't primed for this race.
One of those, yep.
Just through the line the last 50 metres, he goes through it quite nicely. And you have to think he's got progression for the new stable this prep.
All right, wasn't primed for this race. Geez, it'd be nice to just be able to list all those, the ones they're absolutely primed for, Mike. Well, let's have a look at line up the form for the Parramatta Cup. No form for the favourites. What's going on?
Well, not as good as Primitivo. Won a really good race last start. And Mustajir wasn't too far away in the Caulfield Cup and was terribly ridden in the Melbourne Cup.
Okay, so that makes a lot of sense and it's already some value. What about progression? Key factors time.
Yeah, difficult one. Red Cardinal's better fresh, so he can improve. Woogok can improve, I think, third up, and Eastender can definitely improve second up for the Waller Yard, like we said.
Okay, nice race on our hands here, Mike. What about the distance?
Yeah, Woogok a bit of extra distance helps, and Eastender hit the line nicely last start.
Okay, some very big value there for Eastender, but it's Primitivo and Mustajir out in front. The soft track, how about these imports?
Yeah, he's a bit one pace, but he smashes the line. It suits Primitivo. Tory Joy should like it. Red Cardinal should like it as well. And fun fact, in a Atana, not too bad.
Okay, so it's Primitivo right out in front now, Mike. Can Mustajir catch up with a good position in run?
Mushareb gets a lovely position outside the leader or leads in Atana, gets a lovely spot just behind the pace, but Primitivo wins, Stu.
Okay, so a little bit of gold there for the favourite, but Primitivo out in front for Mustajir and a host of them in there for third, Mike. This looks like an interesting race. Parramatta Cup, it's always a good race.
Very close.
Rose Hill to a preview to some of those nice staying races in the autumn. And well, Mike, you know, Atana, $4 favourite here. Didn't rate on top, but we know, look at this, there's so many horses that are finishing right there. But look, Primitivo, we saw the replay. This horse is one that's on the up, but yeah, be wary of these imports, eh?
Yeah, I think Mustajir is a one to watch. Atana, Fun Fact, Red Cardinal, Mushareb, Eastender, they are all chances in this race. And I think I wanted to go Atana originally, but once you do the ratings, you realise it's not on top.
Yep.
And Primitivo, just the apprentice, the inside barrier puts me off. So I'm left with Mustajir.
I like that.
But there's been no barrier trials, so definitely watching the yard on this one. It's a close race.
So a little bit of guesswork there, but Mustajir at some nice odds around that $10, $11 mark. Well, let's have a look now at the feature of the day. It's the Hobartville, and what a cracker this is going to be. 1,400 metres. Group 2 level for the 3-year-olds. And, well, 8 of these resuming here, Mike. 13 recent trials I think you've had to go through to reading the form here. And obviously many of these are better fresh and looking for longer. And the last time these favourites clashed was the size produce, and that was in favour of Microphone. And it's the $3 favourite here. Really lifted second up. The big boy is back and as energetic as ever. Castelvecchio, $4.60 in from $5.50. A huge effort in the Cox Plate to one of the better rated runners on the planet. McAvoy on, Richard Litt starting to feel a little bit of pressure now. Kubrick, $6.50, the Bondi Stakes winner in the spring. Did beat home Castelvecchio in the Golden Rose. And Shadow Hero, $7.50. Another having got the scalp of Castelvecchio in the spring champion, but it obviously missed out on the wet VRC Derby track.
Seriously good horses. Let's have a look at the best form reference for 3-year-olds we think there is. Bivouac obviously in this race. Yes. In this race, and Exceedance as well. This is the Golden Rose from 2019. Kubrick comes 5th. Castelvecchio is beaten by him. coming 7th, but finding the line okay. And Prince Fawaz just wasn't himself. His preparation was 3 wide, no cover, and got lapped in the end, Stu.
Oh, we are talking about some serious 3-year-old form here, aren't we? And, well, look, not too far behind, has won his own races since then, Kubrick. So, you know, this is what we've got to weigh up.
Yeah, I think he's 2, 3, 4 lengths off the very best in the country, which is probably good enough to win on Saturday.
All right, well, let's have a look at one we mentioned there, which was Prince Fawaz. We're just looking at a recent trial. We've got Pancho and obviously Brandenburg in here. Mike, Sweet Deal ends up winning the race, who went on to win last week. But what do we take out of this? I mean, Prince Fawaz, we know he's got a great group of owners and they're going to be very excited if this horse gets up on the weekend.
I think the Prince is back. I wish I could ask Tony Brassel just to make sure. Maybe after the show I'll give him a call. But the trial last preparation was one paced.
Right.
It was plain and he didn't find the line. He just gets urged along here, and like his first trial, he smashes the line, beating Pancho, beating Brandenburg inside barrier on pace on Saturday. I think the Prince is back, Stu.
All right, your head must be all over the place, mate, having a look at all these trials. But here is the form, and we've got some serious form. That's Cox Plate form from Castelvecchio.
Simply light up Cox Plate form, Stu.
All right, that's what we've got to catch. Who's going to do that with progression?
Yeah, right stage of preparation. Reloaded can improve, but he needs to. Spend can improve as well, and Prince Fawaz can improve into this preparation, like we said.
OK, so a lot of gold and importantly at value down there, but Castelvecchio, Mike, it's Kubrick that's gone ahead with distance here.
Yeah, some horses like the longer distances than the 1,400 metres. Microphone should like it better than others. Kubrick should like it too. Reloaded. Castelvecchio, Shadow Hero warning. Maybe they want the Guineas distance of 2,000 metres.
All right, and we haven't heard too much about Microphone yet, Mike. What about these track conditions? A little bit of gold there for the favourite.
Yeah, we know he's good on a soft track. He's won on it before, and Castelvecchio likes it too. And Spend, maybe not the soft track, but maybe Sydney's better for him.
OK, so Castelvecchio and Kubrick look to be fighting this one out. Who gets the position in run?
No tempo. Microphone can roll forward. Prince Fawaz can get on his back. Castelvecchio has been jumping better, though, Stu, which could be a big factor if he does jump on Saturday.
Yeah, OK, all right. So Microphone uses the position in run to level up there with Castelvecchio and Kubrick. So the 3 favourites. It's really a matter of which one we've got to pick here, Mike, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, all over the line together. What a great race is going to be, the Hobartville. Let's have a look now to see where we are playing, Mike. And look, Microphone, we both backed it in Melbourne last up, Mike. This looks like a little bit of a different kettle of fish here, though. Some serious horses. It's going to go forward. Castelvecchio is going to go back. And where's Kubrick going to be? Pretty much right there with the store.
He could go either way. Depends on what Waller wants to do and Abdallah wants to do. Microphone, look, he's at 2 or 3 lengths off. We know how good he was a couple of preparations ago. He could do something on Saturday, but if he's going to beat these horses, that's the day he's going to do it. He's just a little bit short for mine. Kubrick's the one. He's right there with Castelvecchio. We showed the Golden Rose. He's 650 and he'll firm if he goes forward for sure. And Prince Fawaz, like I said, the Prince is back. He's great each way odds as well. All
right, there's a bit of value there, isn't it? Best bet Kubrick and Prince Fawaz as the value. Well, let's wrap it up. Race number 9 here, Mike. It's a handicap over the 1,400 metres, benchmark 78 to end the day. And I tell you what, some horses are just well back throughout their careers, aren't they? And Subpoenaed is one of those. Has started a short price, 3 out of its 6 starts, and it is one of the favourites here. The money came again for a big win fresh. Stays at 400 metres here, but it's joined by Positive Peace. Absolutely flying this preparation. 7.3 length winner. Thank you very much. J-Mac knows her very well. 15.50 to the 1,400, the query there. Right out to Batiga at $7, resuming. Is a winner, though. 1, 2 out of 4. We've got Asiago, $8.50, resuming. Looking for a little bit longer this prep. And Agassi, $12 there. Third up now, gets the claim. Mike, these two out in front, they dominate the market here.
Strong favourites, strong wins. Let's have a look at both wins. They're both very good to watch, especially if you back them, and I didn't, unfortunately. Positive Peace in the lead, running an unbelievably quick time, winning by 7.3 lengths. The form's kind of been stamped already.
Okay.
Welsh Legend, who's under the pump here, ran okay midweek, which definitely stamps the form compared to this midweek grade. It's a benchmark 74 fillies and mares, but she only goes up a couple of kilograms, and she is absolutely airborne, Stu.
Airborne, and it's going to be out in front. But what does that mean for Saturday, Mike? Race number 9 with a horse like this out in front.
Yeah, race 9, soft track. Will it be cut up? Will you need to be off rails? Does she like hugging the rails?
Yep.
If it was Warwick Farm, 1,600 metres dry deck should be immoral, but it's not.
All right, we're going to have to wait late in the day, aren't we? Let's have a look at the other favourite here, Subpoenaed, 1st of February, so only a couple of weeks ago as well. And Mike, this was 1,400 metres, and how about the call of Darren Flindell? Tommy Berry, see you in court, boys, as it absolutely flew past the others. This was a great win.
He is the master of the one-liner. Tony's the master of the pattern. He's the master of the one-liner. Subpoenaed. First up, another dominant win. Another form reference has been stamped with Rari coming out and running at Warwick Farm recently on the heavy track. She's got a different pattern from the wide barrier. We know Waller runners usually go back. So one's going to be on pace, fighting hard.
Yes.
One's going to be swooping out wide. They're completely opposite horses, Stu.
We've shown a leader. We've shown a run on horse. That's all we like to see, because it could end up being that on Saturday. But who's got the form, mate? These two are well out in front.
We could have given her a bigger gap as well. Positive piece. The time was so strong last start.
Okay, looks as though we're looking for a bet here in the last mile. There might be two to choose from. Who's going to help us with progression?
Yeah, Subpoenaed probably could improve, probably being unfair, but Batiga, Asiago, Nudge and Agassi have more progression, we think.
Okay, so a little bit of gold there at the ones we value, but the two favourites still well out in front. What about the distance, 1,400 metres?
Yeah, the stable was excited with the first up win. 1,400 metres is better for on the white turf.
Okay, but they are not taking too much ground off these favourites. Track conditions, who likes that?
Most of them okay. Subpoenaed, Asiago likes the soft track, we know that. Positive piece, mixed form, when the track is cut up a little bit.
Okay, so importantly, a few of them like it there, including the favourite Subpoenaed. Position in run, 1,400. The favourites don't get it.
Yeah, I think Oriental Runner gets the box seat behind Positive Piece, which might help him, but 1,400 metres chasing that mare might see him out, I think.
Okay, so we've got a few gold bars there throughout the key factors, but it's all about the favourites here in terms of the form. You said it at the start, Mike. One going forward, one going back. What's the position in run going to be doing late in the day? Well, which one are we going, Mike? We've got two favourites here. They're $3.50 each. End of the day, is $3.50 a good price? But hang on, you've got to ask yourself that for which one?
Yeah, racing is like poker. You've got to decide when to make your move. And I think there is absolutely no reason to make our move on a Thursday night. Market's going to get a bit sticky.
Okay.
People will place their bets early, wait for the track pattern. They're both such strong favourites, and see which one the buy suits, I think. So no value bet, no best bet in this race, Stu.
Sorry, folks. He's being very soft here tonight. No bets, but I'm pretty sure there will be a bet come Saturday.
3 p.m. Saturday, I'll be on.
Look at the way that track goes. Let's look at 5 big races on Saturday. Stick around after the break. All the other best bets, the $100 hot seat, and, of course, our charity multi. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au, and it's an exciting day of racing at Rosehill Gardens this weekend. We've had a look at some of the two-year-old races and, of course, the group races and the Hobartville as well. Plenty more action on the card, though, Mike. We've come into a few favourites, but I've seen a few at odds there as well, which is nice to see. How are we going to play these other races, mate? I can see a few on there at some double-figure odds. That's good.
Yeah, we have a long carnival ahead, so don't do a packet on Saturday. Play safe. This is definitely a tough punting day. Deference in the first. So many Godolphin runners had to choose one. Two Big Fari, so strong through the line. 1,400 metres suits. Fun at the value each way on pace. White Moss, we think, can beat Savatiano again. Black Magnum's well supported for a reason. Mustajir first up with Caulfield Cup form. Kubrick, simply the best 1,400 metre form in the country. Jukon first up for a very exciting horse. And race 9.
Wait for it,
I'll be waiting till about 3:30, 4 o'clock when I know the bias, and I'll be hitting either the on-pace or positive piece or the super Subpoenaed.
All right, I like that. So you've got a lot of form going through all the other tips there. The best form could just be the ones winning on the day. $100 hot seat time, Mike. We really need to bounce back. We need to get this up and firing for the autumn, for all the punters heading out there this week. Come on, it's negative.
Yeah, a bit battered and bruised in 2020 so far. I was hoping for a really confident day. It's okay, but playing a little bit safe. 10 by 50 on Farnham, who I think runs top 3 at 210 a place. White Moss is the bet at 370, and Kubrick a little $10 at $6.50 as well. Okay,
yeah, that's going to be a good bet there. So some nice value across the board there in a $100 hot seat. Well, that's what it should be, and that's what I've got to try and do too for the charity multi. Of course, we're raising money for Beyond Blue for the Autumn Carnival. So let's rip into these, Mike, and we're going to start with a multi. You made it a best bet. Let's have fun, and $2.10 a place. Nice, rock solid. That'll run a place. And race 4, White Moss, last year's winner. Well, let's just back it for a place. It only plays first and second. So there's a $20 multi at $3.90. And let's go to the Quinella in that same race. White Moss And look, Savatiano, we know this horse, the Godolphin boys, they like to fire. We'll have 20 on that. So there's the charity multi for Beyond Blue, and I need to get that one up as well.
Yeah, $5 for Beyond Blue. Don't worry, the minimum we donate is $1,000.
Yes.
We've donated $3,000 to charity so far, but $5 does not look good on the page, like those safe multis, Stu.
All right, let's get into it, Mike. It will be out there on Saturday. Of course, head to theraceguide.com.au for all your feature profiling, because you've got to know how your horse is going to, A, get around Rosehill Gardens, and of course on that soft track. Good luck and good punting this weekend.
Good luck on the punt.